with the great and transcendental faith are considered by me to be most perfect.
So it is when Krishna says about that, Mai. Mai means he is speaking with the notations on placing the hand on his body, on himself. So there are the impersonal understanding people. They say that surrender unto me means it is a surrender something divine inside the body of Krishna. So it is not directly the Krishna. So the Krishna has used this word Maya, Maya Vesha, in me, to me. Means it is like he is clear that this, this is a Sagun and Sakar Rupa. I am there. I am speaking to you. Not the impersonal Brahman inside me is speaking. And how we can just separate this impersonal Brahman and the body of the Krishna, and like the body is somewhat material. It is not like that. The Krishna is speaking that this is, I am standing in front of you. You have to surrender yourselves, Maya Vesha Mano Yema, with dedication and full concentration of the mind on me, and then Nitya Yukta Upasate. It is very particular words he is using. It is Upasana you have to do, and how it is Nitya, it is every day. It is not that sometimes, it is every day you have to worship me. Nitya Yukta. Yukta means it is with with the paraphernalia, with the sadhana, with the sadhan. Yukta means it is taking the sadhan or the material from this world and engage them in my service. So yukta chetana, it is a yukta asita matpara. There are so many shlokas that Krishna is talking about. Yukta asita matpara, vashehi asendriyani tasya pradnya pratishita. So this indriyas and the indriyas objects, the sense objects, this you have to use as a yukta. You have to use them in my service. Yukta asita matpara. And matpara means it is for me, you have to use it. So it is not something inside which is somewhat fishy. The people don't understand what is something inside. Something inside the body of the Ananta Gopdas. So what is that? But the Krishna is speaking that it is not something inside me. It is me, Maya Vesha, Manoyema, Nitya Yukta Upasate. So this complete answer is there, but the impersonal is twist there the meaning. It is their habit of twisting this word and making it a word juggler. But it is very much clear. Maya Vesha Manoyema, Nitya Yukta Upasate. Shraddhaya Parayopesna. Teme Yukta Tamomata. So it is Teme Yukta Tamomata means it is as clear according to me. Krishna is not forcing. Krishna is very, very much clear that as per my understanding, you have to worship me, you have to surrender to me, you have to offer obeisance to me every day. It is everyday affair. And it is Devi, like the Shraddhaya Paryopetas. With the faith, with the devotion you have to do. It is not only aupcharik, it is not only official, it is not only for the sake of doing. It is not official thing. It is like that you have to do it. It is as a custom or ritual. Krishna says that it is not a custom. It is with the love. If it is a custom, then it is the devotional service also will become as a karma kanda. Devotional service is not a karma kanda. What is the difference between the karma kanda and devotional service? Devotional service goes through the love. It is not a karma kandiya processes like this is Ashtottara Shata, the chanting of the holy name. If one can do, then he will be getting some material things in his life. And like that, he is doing for the 10 years, 12 years, then he will be achieving something. So then the people does that with the counting. But here we are counting the holy name. This is like the process has been given. But it is moreover, we are not focusing on the counting. Moreover, we are focusing on the holy name. Moreover, we have to focus over the holy name. Am I chanting very attentively? Am I chanting with the love? Am I developing a love for the Lord? So then it is like it is not a karma kanda. Or else our devotion service also will become as a karma kanda. So that is more dangerous. Impersonalists, they are doing that is it is like uh, they are they are the aparadhis, and the karma kandis they are doing as a ritual. Then it is only for the goal oriented. That we have to caution ourselves that whether am I becoming impersonal. Impersonal also comes in the devotional service when we are performing the devotional service without having any interest of the without having any interest for the beloved, what he is thinking for. Okay, I have to do a Mangal Bhog Seva. So that's why. So I will be doing this Achaman, I will be doing the 24 Achamanas, then I will be offering the bhogas, and then I am not focusing over that who is sitting next to me. My spiritual master is there, Sri Radha Vrindavan Chandra is there, and I am offering the bhoga to them. And this is my privilege. This is a privilege has been given to me that I am offering the bhoga. So I am focusing over the ceremony of the offering, or else I am focusing over the love. It's like I can offer some prayers as well as the some ritualistic ceremony. I am doing it with the caution. Then I am not becoming a karma kandi or I am not becoming impersonal. Impersonal means the people don't understand that he is a personality. He Krishna likes your prema, not your only the ritual. But the Pancharatrika Vidhi offers both the things. It is the standard prayers and the standard Vidhi is been given to us to do the Pancharatrika Seva. But in that we have to append, we have to put our love and devotion that will make very attractive for the Krishna. So that is the way we are avoiding the impersonalism. The ritualistic things, we don't see who is the beneficiary, or ultimately for offering the bhoga, we are not making the Krishna as a beneficiary, but we are only the beneficiary because we will be getting more love by the Lord. But it is the process should not be a very like the only ritual or only for the sake of custom, but the process has to be with the love and devotion. It is a shraddhavan bhajate yoma. So then it is very essential. It becomes without impersonal. In a devotional life also, while practicing the devotional service, sometimes we may go to the tendency of the impersonalism. It is a caution. In the practice of the devotional service, sometimes we may become very ritualistic. That is an alarming situation for us. We have to caution ourselves that am I becoming the impersonalist? Am I becoming the uh, very ritualistic? But Krishna wants that where is your devotion? Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya. You are offering patra, pushpa, phala and toya, but without bhakti. then it is only a ritual. And the ritualistic people are becoming more impersonalist because they are more over into their selfish motives. It is not that to whom they are offering, who is that personality, what is his relation with me, and what the best way I can do it. Ritual means it is a first step of the impersonalism. Only a ritual. We don't care. The people are doing the ritual ceremonies of the yajna, dan, and tapa, and they are more selfish oriented because they don't care to whose service they are doing it. Today they will be doing some one particular demigod, and tomorrow if they are been asked that you can change this, no, it is not the same demigod we have to offer. You can do the seva for the different demigod. For that ritual they can change their faith also. But the Krishna consciousness says that ekale ishware Krishna ara sabhaprita, we are not changing our faith. We know that Krishna is the supreme personality of God. It is the ultimate love, and the devotion has to be offered to Him. And without any motives, without expecting anything back in return. Anya abhilashita shunya jnana karma janamrita. Anukule Krishnanu sevanam bhakti ruttam. That is the thing we have to offer it to them. Then we will not tend to have the ritualistic understanding, and then finally we will not be having the impersonalistic tendencies in us. We have to alarm careful while performing the devotional service. Am I becoming very ritualistic? Am I chanting 16 rounds only for the sake of chanting 16 rounds? गोला माला करना है, पेट में आता है गोला. Am I turning into that zone? So it is a ritual because somebody has told us, my spiritual master has told 16 rounds. Then 16 rounds is becoming a galagraha for us. If we are ritualistic, vigraha should not become a galagraha for us. This is the first step of becoming impersonalist. Next shloka. ये त्वक्षरमनिर्देश्य
एतक्षरमनिर्देशम्
अव्यक्तं पर्युपासते
अव्यक्तं
अव्यक्तं
पर्युपासते
पर्युपासते
सर्वत्र गमचिन्त्यं च
सर्वत्र गम
सर्वगमचिन्त्यं
अचिन्त्यं च
कूटस्थम् अचलं ध्रुवम्
कूटस्थम्
कूटस्थम्
अचलं
अचलं ध्रुवम्
तन्नियमेन्द्रियं ग्रामम्
सन्नियमेन्द्रियं
सन्नियमिन्द्रियाग्रामम्
सर्वत्र समबुद्धयः
सर्वत्र
सर्वत्र
समबुद्धयः
समबुद्धयः
ते प्राप्नुवन्ति मामेव
ते
ते
प्राप्नुवन्ति
प्राप्नुवन्ति
मामेव
मामेव
सर्वभूतहिते रताः.
सर्वभूतहिते
सर्वभूतहिते
रताः.
रतः.
Madhavi Mataji can read the translation of this.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah.
But those who fully worship the unmanifested, that which lies beyond the perception of the senses, the all-pervading, inconceivable, unchanging, fixed and immovable, the impersonal conception of the absolute truth, by controlling the various senses and being equally disposed to everyone. Such persons engaged in the welfare of all, at last achieve me.
So it is
Thank you, Prabhuji.
pros and cons that Krishna is explaining here. But those who but those who fully worship me in the unmanifested form, means what he is explaining is like this is the answer for that. First of all, means like the second shloka, if the impersonalistic people are misinterpreting that, no, it is not the Krishna is saying it is second shloka is impersonalistic understanding only. So then why the Krishna started with the but? And then why but means he has mentioned that the second shloka is for the personalities, like for the personalistic understanding only. And the third and fourth shloka he is explaining about the cons of the going for the impersonalistic way of worship. What it is required for that. So that's why it is hence through that second shloka is for the personalistic understanding. If somebody argues that, I show them that is like you can open your Gita and then start reading it. The third and fourth shloka of the 12th chapter is but those who fully worship the unmanifested form. My second was been spoken for the manifested form. The manifested form, for that it is a personalistic. It is a personalistic understanding. And unmanifested form, here Srila Prabhupada is using this unmanifested form. Srila Prabhupada is very clever. He is using this word unmanifested. Unmanifested, and then he is using the term in the future. It is unmanifested form. So unmanifested form means it is not that Krishna, now here he is not manifested in front of us. 5,000 years back he was manifested. Now he is unmanifested, but he is still having a form. There is a manifested and in unmanifested. There is only a difference. Prakata and aprakata. Aprakata roop also in Hindi, it is a translation is been given language. Aprakat roop mein. Aprakat means unmanifested. Like the sun is manifesting and unmanifesting every day for us. So the same way that Krishna is explaining that it is very difficult that which lies beyond the perception of the senses. If you are not able to perceive the Lord in the impersonalistic understanding, his rupa, then it is very difficult to worship him. If we have not seen the person, then to glorify him, and if we have not heard of also his features, bodily features, the impersonalistic understanding says that it is like the bodily features of the Lord, it is not been explained by them. So how they can worship him is very challenging. That is, their idea is like some other faiths, like the Muslims and Christians. They are worshipping the Allah, which is not having. They have not heard about the bodily features. So how their understanding is really growing? It will not be growing much. When we see the person, when we explain the beauty of the person, when we explain the qualities of the personality, then we fall in love with that person more. So it is our Srimad Bhagavatam and Gita and many other Upanishads are mentioning the glories and the characteristics of the bodily features of the Lord. And that is helping us. It's like, this is so wonderful. It's like his eyes are Tulsi. This is like Kunti Maharani says that Namo Pankaja Namhaya, Namo Pankaja Niklaya, Namo Pankaja Maline. So it is, we can see that this Namo Pankaja Namhaya. This is like his Nabhi is like a Pankaja. His eyes are like lotus. He is wearing the lotus garland. So wonderful. Here in the Maharashtra, the people go to the Pandharpur, and they are like Tukaram Maharaj has glorified the Lord Vithala in so many ways. There is one famous bhajan, Abhanga, Sundarate Dhyana, Ubhe Vitevar, Kara Katavari Thevaniya, Tulsi Haragara. This is he is wearing Tulsi garland. Then he is having the Kanthi Kaustubhamani Virajita. He is wearing the Kaustubhamani's uh, necklace. And then he is mentioning that his hands are there on his kati, on his vest, and he is waiting for the devotees to come. Who is going to come today? And he's smiling at everyone. And this is the dhyana. This is the form I would like to always capture in my heart. If the form is not been known, then how one can capture the personality? Or there is only one light, Brahmajyoti is there. How one can capture the light? It is not having the features. So it is very difficult. So that's why it has been mentioned in this slokas. It is very difficult. Like this is just to concentrate on the light and controlling the senses. Very difficult. But if we know the personality, we know the features, if we know the reciprocation he is doing with us, so that way it is really a wonderful opportunity for us. So that's why the Krishna is mentioning it is. I explained you in the third and fourth shloka is how difficult it is by the controlling the senses and being equally disposed to everyone. Equally disposed to everyone for what? So it is very this very good to control the senses, but one should know that for what sake I have to control the senses. It is mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam that Nigama Kalpa Taror Galitam Phalam Shukamukhad Amrutam Drava Samvita Pibata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Muhuraho Rasika Bhuvi Bhavata. This Nigama Kalpa Taror Galitam Phalam, it is fresh, it is very Galitam Phalam, it is not a raw, it is very juicy, this fructified fruit, and it is having the jnana and a vairagya as a rasas. It is oozing out from the. It is oozing out from the fruit, and it is shuka mukhad amrutam drava samyitam. And parrot like Shukdev Goswami has tested it. When a guava is been tested by the parrot, then it becomes more sweet. Shuka mukhad amrutam darva samyutam, and it is oozing out from his mouth also. Pibata bhagavatam rasamalayam. This fruit has to be gulped, drank, not to just eat. This is jnana and a vairagya of this fruit. It is a rasas that has to be tested with the tongue. Pibata bhagavatam rasamalayam muhuraho rasika bhuvi bhavuka. And then how we can just test it? Just one testing it with the tongue, then again we will be requiring more test and more test. It is leaking it out from our tongue. So this is the fruit we have to see. We have to get it from the market. Where it will be getting, where it will be available, where the devotees are. When the devotees are speaking about the Srimad Bhagavatam, this fruit we have to take it. It is not by the official 7 days Bhagavad Katha, this fruit will be sold. No. This fruit will be sold by the devotees only. Shukamukhadamritam darosami. When this fruit is available, that time we have to give our oral reception to that food. And by that, we have to live our life in accordance with the Srimad Bhagavatam. So our life's goal is to achieve this fruit. So we have to look towards this fruit by hearing it, not by seeing it. So whatever the occupation we may be having it, all the occupations, it is for the belly. It is to maintain the belly. But while doing some work as an occupation, we have to give our oral reception for this fruit. Then we will be achieving the Krishna. Because the real goal of this fruit is to give you the Krishna. So that is the way, the simplest way we can achieve the Krishna prem, by just receiving the this is Nigama Kalpatar or Galitam Phala, the fructified fruit of the Vedic wisdom, which is Srimad Bhagavatam. When we will be giving the oral reception to that way we will be achieving the Krishna prem. That way we will be achieving the Krishna in our life. So for whatever we are doing in our life to maintain ourselves as our own existence, we have to give oral reception every day. Whatever we are doing, we are the software engineers, we are IT professionals, we are the educationists, we are the housemakers, or whoever we have to give our oral reception and always look forward to get this Galitam Phalam, Srimad Bhagavatam. That will give you the Krishna prem. Nothing else will give you the Krishna prem. This is not available in the market. The market will give you the Jadarasa. It is a grossest rasa of envy. Then it is a problem with the ego. This all the rasas will be coming from our the profession. But the juice, real juice in our life will come through the oral reception for the Srimad Bhagavatam. And why I spoke this thing? Because third and fourth shloka are talking about the cons of the impersonalistic understanding. And that is like the ritualistic way. To control the senses is not the goal, but for what purpose we have to control the senses? That is the medium. Controlling the senses is a medium, it is not the goal. Controlling the senses is a medium. For what sake we are making the sacrifice for controlling the senses? For the Krishna consciousness, for the prema bhakti, we have to control the senses. So that is the Krishna's understanding. It is like it is the understanding of this shloka. The text number 5. Klesho adhiktarastesham
क्लेशोदिक्तरस्तं
avyaktasakta chetasam
अव्यक्तासक्तचेताम्
avyakta hi gatir dukkham
Avyaktahigatirdukham
dehavadbhir vapyate.
देहवद्भिर्वाप्यते
Who can read? Lakshmi Mansa Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Translation. For those whose minds are attached to the unmanifested impersonal feature of the Supreme, advancement is very troublesome. To make progress in that discipline is always difficult for those who are embodied.
So it is Krishna himself is now making it clear. For the impersonalistic people, the advancement is very slow. He's not saying that there will not be advancement, but it is only crawling. It is not running. Because they will be more on controlling the senses. They will be more on, because they have not seen the personality. They are not more interested on the personality. They are more interested on achieving something higher. And that's something they are not knowing. That's something they will be thinking that it is like something higher, but it is not the topmost. The impersonalist, the people, they are having the goal that I have to cross over this material existence. So just to cross over, just somehow or other to pass, just somehow or other to achieve 36%, just be there above 35. So they will not be doing much studies for that. The person who has to secure 90 and above, he will be doing more studies. He will be doing more practices. But here the goal is that it's like I have to control my senses and achieve something divine. Just to go out from this material existence, which is very nasty. So that's why it is very slow. They will be doing some practices, and it is a very gradual, very slow. They will be chanting some names also, but they will be thinking it is for the some purpose we have to chant the names. These people may look like that it is they are chanting the Govinda, they are chanting this Keshwayanma, Narayanma, Madhavayanma, Govinda, but they are not knowing what is the real names of the Lord and how to chant that. It is to just achieve the transcendence, they will be chanting the names. They will be doing some rituals. And the moreover, they will be looking for their own selfish motives. Impersonalists, they are called as a transcendentalists, but they are having the subtle motives for themselves. So that's why it is impersonalism is problematic. And moreover, they are motives like to become a god. There are motives like to become focus on the impersonal feature of the Lord. And they will be somewhat blaspheming the Lord, the features of the Lord. So that is a Mayavadi. Sometimes the impersonals are called as a Mayavadi. It's like they are saying it is a Maya. The Lord's form is a Maya. It is not actual. It is a temporary form. So it is not a temporary form. It is a real thing. And Krishna manifests and unmanifests. And when Krishna is unmanifesting, then they say that it is Krishna is not having the hands and the legs and many other features. And when Krishna manifests, then they say that this form is a temporary form. So they are not understanding. When Krishna manifests, they are blaspheming. When Krishna is unmanifested, they are still blaspheming. And they would like to take the position of Krishna. 6 and 7. Ye tu sarvani karmani
ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि
कर्माणि
मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्पराः
मयि
मयि
सन्न्यस्य मत्पराः
अनन्यनेव योगेन
अनन्येनैव योगेन
मां ध्यायन्त उपासते
मां ध्यायन्त
ध्यायन्त उपासते
तेषामहं समुद्धर्ता
तेषामहं समुद्धर्ता
मृत्यु संसार सागरा
मृत्यु संसार सागर
भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ
Bhagavadgita.
Maya Veshita Chetasam.
Maya
Maya Veshita
Veshita
Chetasa.
Kantography, Prabhu. What is the name?
Prabhuji, Lakshmikant Prabhuji. Sorry, Prabhuji.
Okay.
I'm unable to
Lakshmikant.
change it.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, could you please scroll, Prabhuji? Yeah, Hare Krishna. Translation. But those who worship me, giving up all their activities unto me and being devoted to me without deviation, devotional services and always meditating upon me, having fixed their minds upon me, O son of Pratha, for them I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death.
So it is fixing the mind. To fix the mind, the senses has to be controlled. Indriyani param nyaho. Indriyabhyo param mana. Manasastu parabuddhi. Then it is Buddhist paratastu saha. The soul is more important than the buddhi. Then the buddhi is more important than the mind. The mind is more important than the senses. If the senses are giving trouble, then the mind will not be controlled. Like if we can control the mind, then we have to control the senses also. The mind is controlled, is like the gradually we can work it over. The mind has to be focused. There is not that two things can happen in the mind. Then it is not controlled. The focus means it is like always the example comes in the mind that the bhinga, antarvakra bhinga, the lenses, the antarvakra, what is called as this antarvakra bhinga means it is concave lenses. Then when we are putting the concave lens over one paper and the sun is there like in the sky and we are putting that focal point over that of the concave lens over that paper, then it will burn. So it is a concentration means like that. Putting the concentration is a concentrated camps means it is very torturing. It is intense. So it is concentration means it is intense devotional service and putting objective devotional service to please Krishna. That is the goal of our life, and it is intensifying our devotional service. And the goal is one goal, just to please Krishna. And for that, this is like the mind is engaged. Then the senses first has to be controlled. If one of the sense is not controlled, it is going off track, then the direction will not be the same, or the direction will not be aimed at. So that's why the five indriyas has to be controlled by the mind. And then the mind has to be focused on the Krishna. So this five indriyas are as Ambrish Maharaj says that, how to control it is. This is like Krishna's, the Ambrish Maharaj says that, that one particular shloka, the one famous shloka that mana Savay mana Krishna padara vindayor vashamsu vaikuntha gunanu varnane karor harer mandira marjanadishu shrutim chakara chat sattathodayu. And it is all the senses has to be engaged in the service of the Lord. And then Savay mana Krishna padara vindayu. Then my mind I am offering at the lotus feet of the Lord. If all the senses are engaged, If one of the sense is not engaged, it is idle or it is thinking something else, then it is not the focus will come on the devotional service. It will like the focus will be on some other aspect. So the senses has to be engaged, then the vairagya will come. If one of the sense would like to gratify the sense object, then the vairagya will not come. Then the asakti will become. And this vairagya is the son of the devotional service. It is a putra, it is a son of the Bhakti Devi. Jnana and vairagya are two sons of the Bhakti Devi. And one of the son is neglected, then the Bhakti Devi will not be pleased. And then achieving Krishna Premi will not happen. So the vairagya should not be artificial. That sometimes the people are having the vairagyas in a different 5 ways. Out of angry, the vairagya comes. If one becomes very angry, krodha bhavat vairagya, it is called as. I'm becoming very angry. I don't want. It's like on the day of the Ekadashi, our like in the home in my childhood days, they used to offer me only the fruits. And as a child, I was shouting on my mother, "Why only fruits? I need something. I need something to eat." And she used to say that, "No, you have to fast today. Fasting is required. It is Ekadashi." So I will be saying that I don't want to perform any Ekadashi. If you would like to give me the fruits only, then better I will be fasting whole day. I will not be eating anything. So it is a vairagya. Then she used to say that it is all right. Then you don't want to eat. It is very good. It is very severe austerity you can do. And in the afternoon, I used to ask, is there anything you can make it for me? After 4 hours, the vairagya is vanished. So that is artificial. The krodha gives the vairagya. Sometimes it's like one time I went to do a kirtan program in one of the donors' home, and that donor is well known to me. And then he was dropping me at the temple, and some mismanagement happened between the husband and wife. When we went there, I feel they were having the quarrel, and when we suddenly went, they were just trying to make it pacified. Oh, no, nothing will happen. And then we could sense that there is something problem. They would like to do like the different arrangement. The husband wanted to do a different arrangement for us, kirtan setup and all, and the wife would like to do it in a different way. And at the end of the program, the husband said, like, I would like to drop you, Prabhuji, whether you can come in my car. So we went, and in midst, the wife called, "Where are you? Where you reached?" And the husband purposefully, because both of them were knowing me. So husband says, and I will be mm, putting on the speaker. Prabhuji, you please hear now. My wife, how she is speaking. And then he was laughing. I just know it is between both of you. You please do manage the thing. No, Prabhu, you please hear. And then she started shouting, "प्रभु मैं अरे मैंने तो आपको बोला था ना ऐसा अरेंजमेंट करना है, आपने वैसा अरेंजमेंट किया और आप अभी आप गए, लाइक you have gone to drop Prabhu ji. I will see you once you come back." And then the husband made it on. He just removed this speaker, and then he was speaking. And now I just think that I can be like you, Prabhu. I can shift right now to the ashram. What it takes to shift to the ashram. And before I speak, my assistant started speaking. I can make your arrangement if you can. If you would like to shift to the ashram, I can make the arrangement. And I was really annoyed. Like I spoke with my assistant, why you are just putting the fuel over this? It is between both of them, husband and wife. Quarrel sometimes it is differences are there always. And then he says, I will just call my wife. I am just shifting. And he called. मैं नहीं आ रहा हूँ. I am not coming. और मैं इधर मंदिर में ही रहने वाला हूँ. And she said, it is all right, all fine. You can be there in the temple. How they will be managing you, I don't know. And then after 10 to 15 minutes, when we reached to the temple, I just told him that, are you coming inside? I will make the arrangement for you. He says, no, I was just joking, but out of anger, I just spoke that. But who will be taking care of her and all this thing? So it is the vairagya comes sometimes out of anger, and the people speaks that मैं हिमालय में जाता हूँ, मैं इसमें जाता हूँ, मैं उसमें जाता हूँ. So this vairagya will last long. Sometimes the people come to the ashram and says that I also would like to join the ashram. Teenager boys or else some other boys comes and they say that we would like to join the ashram. So our temple management says that wait for 6 months, 1 year, and then come after. And after 6 months, when we see them, they are running away from us because they know that I just spoke something to them. 6 महीने के बाद में मैं आता हूँ आश्रम में, and these people are after us. We know that it is not everyone can do it. It is out of anger they may be speaking that, and as the circumstances are there, so that's why they are speaking like that. So vairagya can come when they are not achieving the desired goal. This is like the calm, indriya things they are not achieving. Then the vairagya, out of frustration, it will become. Out of anger, out of uh, the fear of not achieving the desired goals, they will be having the vairagya. That is the second way they will be having that. And there are the different ways the people get the vairagya. But the real vairagya is that when we are thinking about the God, when we are thinking about the Lord Sri Krishna, and why am I here? I have to leave these things before I die. So better I can live when it is in my hand. So that is a real vairagya we can just experience. And that way we will be achieving the desired goal. Then at that stage, Tesha Aham Samudharta Mrityu Samsara Saga. When that the Krishna says that for these people, Bhavami na chirat parde, even if they are there in this world, they are drowning. Sometimes some accidents may happen to them, and they are drowning as a sense enjoyer. But I will be Tesham Samudhartam Mrityu Samsara Sagara. Bhavami na chirat parde. For these people, I am the swift deliverers, because they have shown the vairagya, they have shown the devotional service in the past, and some mishap happened, maybe like some mishap, and then I am just delivering them like that. I know that the intent of these people, not the content of this people. So the next one, next sloka, you can share this. The screen is not sure.
I'm just sharing it, Prabhuji. I think it got unshared.
It is something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mayyeva mana adhasva.
Maya
Mayi buddhi niveshaya.
Mayi
Myi
buddhim
buddhim
niveshaya.
niveshaya
Nivasasyasya mayyeva.
nivashashyasya mayeva
Ata urdhvam na samshaya.
Ato
urdhvam
urdhvam
na
sanjaya.
samshaya.
Dashraj, you can read.
Translation. Just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me always without a doubt.
For this shloka, the impersonalist always misquote. Now here it is been mentioned that thus you will live in me always. To live in me means not like inside me. It is not something inside to surrender and inside to live. It is not that the way. Live in me means it is Krishna is saying that you can live in consciousness even though you are in separation with me. So you are living in consciousness with me. So it is a underlined sentence. It is living in consciousness with me. So it is not the living in the body of the Lord, but it is living in the consciousness. Always think of the Krishna. Never forget about it. So thus you will live in me and always without a doubt. So it is live in the consciousness and just to fix your mind. Again, the Krishna is emphasizing on the fixing on the mind. And the Supreme Personality, he is specifically mentioned that Mayeva Mada Adasya Mai Buddhim Nivesha. So in the previous shloka, he talked about the mana. Now he has just thought that no, the people may be thinking that the Indriyas and the mana is all good now. So now he is talking about the Buddhi Niveshaya. What is a Buddhi Niveshaya? Just investing your Buddhi, investing your intelligence on it. Niveshaya means it is investment. It is putting the conscious investment on the Buddhi. Buddhi is very, it is not the intelligence what we just talk daily. It is one of the function of the Buddhi is understand and to retrieve the things. What we just talk about the Buddhi is like the retrieving the process. और इसमें ना बहुत अच्छा बुद्धि है means what he can just retrieve the data from the senses and from the mind and then just present it. It is not that only the retrieving process the buddhi does it. It is moreover the buddhi is having the control or ankush over the mana. Sometimes the so-called intelligent people, those who can retrieve the data from their brain, but they cannot control their senses. They cannot control their mind. So they should not be called as a buddhiman. They should not be called as intelligent. Real intelligence means the personality who understands where to invest my mind, where to invest my senses. Are they going astray? Am I having the control over them? Who is the supreme personality of God? Sometimes the Devi Devatas, Bhaktas, the devotees of the demigods, they are investing their mind and the senses over the demigod worship. So are they intelligent? Krishna says that they are alpamedasa. Alpamedasa means they are unintelligent. So they are controlling the senses, they are controlling their mind They are offering their desired objects. They are offering the fruits of their things to the demigod. So they are also very elevated, but Krishna says that Alpamedasam. They are Alpamedasam. Their brain is really weak, because this is the process where the senses has to be controlled. The mind has to be invested with the thought process of the right personality. And the right personality, the intelligence should know that who is the right personality, and he is Krishna himself, not the demigods. So the demigod who worshippers Krishna chastises with the Alpamedasam, because they are controlling the senses, they are investing their mind on that particular demigod, but their goal is to get more sense gratification out of that. They are doing some Sola Somvar Vrata, they are doing something Anusthana, but for what? To get more sense gratification. And they are not worshipping the Supreme Personality. So that's why it is like that. And their buddhi is also not that only the retrieving process. How many slokas you can memorize, how many Puranas you know it, or how many materialistic mathematics or calculation you are expert in. Are you the stock broker, expert stock broker? Then you are the buddhiman. No, it is not a buddhi. It is just retrieving things. You are just making the calculation, but the main aspect of the buddhi is that just to focus, concentrate, to invest the mind on something very sublime. So that is the real thing of the buddhi. So that's why it is called as the buddhi niveshaya. Niveshaya, it is generally called as for the investment, where you are investing your buddhi. So that way it is been called like this here. We can take this last shloka here, and then we'll end. The next shloka, text 9. Athachittam samadhatum
अतचित्तं
Atachittam samadatum
na shaknosi mayi sthiram
न शक्नोषि मयि
nashaknosi maya stiram
abhyasa yogena tato
abhyasa yogena tato
mamichhaptum dhananjaya.
Jaya.
Srinivas Prabhu, you can read.
Translation, Hare Krishna Prabhu, translation. My dear Arjuna, O winner of wealth, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the regulative principle of Bhakti Yoga. In this way, develop a desire to attain me.
Yeah, so it is like the step down process. The first step is that you can focus it on me. This is the goal. Oh, then it is not possible for me. The Krishna, it is very difficult for me to focus on me. So that's why then the Krishna says that then you can do the regulative process of the devotional service. By that you can try to control the mind. So it is not abruptly you can just jump it over. You can do it, then it is good, well and good. But if you cannot do it, then you can just step down. It is a regulative process. Sadhana bhakti you can do. You can just do sadhana bhakti. Sadhana bhakti means do a abhyasa every day. If you know how to play a harmonium, it is you can play the different ragas directly. Oh, but I don't know how to play with the ki sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa pa ni dha pa ma ga re sa. Then you can practice every day, half an hour at least. then you will be well versed with the which is the sa and which is the re, at what time it, after what interval it can be played like this. So it is abhyasa. Then you can abhyasa yogena tato mamit chantum dhananjaya. So it is Dhananjaya. Why it is Dhananjaya? It is because Arjuna has did has done really a tremendous effort to accumulate the wealth. It is effort. It is a full effort job he has performed to accumulate wealth. So Krishna is using this word as Dhananjaya. It is you have put your efforts on this. So it is desirable and it is achievable for you to practice the sadhana bhakti also. If it is not the raganaga bhakti, it is not the bhava bhakti, you can, it is not the prema bhakti, then you can perform the sadhana bhakti and elevate yourself like this. So the sadhana bhakti is for everyone. The Krishna is speaking that it is the basics. On the basic of that, on the basis of that, you can just uh, uh, perform a miraculous things. The sadhana bhakti, getting up early in the morning, chanting the holy name of the Lord, and it is doing nitya yukta every day, and offering the worship to the Lord, is offering the pranam to the devotees of the Lord, reading Srimad Bhagavatam daily, and performing the vrata regularly. So that is the Navida Bhakti he has to done. He has to do it every day. So that way he will be elevating himself. Abhyasa yogena tato mamit chamtu. The Dhananjay, it is my ichha. I'm just telling you, it is you have to do this. If you cannot perform the highest stage, then step down and try to achieve that. And by that, uh, elevate yourself, elevate the consciousness of yours to achieve that desire. Don't give up. Don't say that it is not possible. This devotion service is not possible for me, O Lord. How can I achieve you like this? Krishna says that Abhyasa Yoga. Abhyasin tu konteya vairagina chubhyate. Is from that chanchalem hi mana Krishna pramate balavadruram. Tasyaham nigraham manne vaya roiva suduskram. Where once Arjuna just told that it is very difficult to control my mind. So Arjuna, to say again, Krishna has given this guidance that abhyas. Do a abhyas, do a practice, do the homework, and then come to me. Don't just cry in front of me and say that I cannot do it, I cannot do it, I cannot do it. So for every devotee, the Krishna is instructing like that. Don't just cry that it is like it is not possible. How can I achieve Krishna prem? How can I achieve Krishna prem? Krishna says that abhyasa yogena kato, abhyasa karo. Do it every day. Then one day you will achieve me. I know that. That day will be the blessed day on your life, in your life. Hare Krishna. We are ending up here. Tomorrow we will be having the same in a continuation. Oh, Hare Krishna. So today is the examination for
Yes.
some devotees. I will just look into this list. Are they ready, bro?
Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji, I think
Yes,
we have
Prabhuji.
given the slot at 8:30, but you can start if we are finishing.
Who are they?
It's in the same sheet, Prabhuji. Just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we have Lakshmikant Prabhu, Shurabhi Dikshit Mataji, Srinivas Sanapala Prabhuji, and Murari Prabhuji. 4 of them are today.
Yes, good. Okay. So Lakshmikant Prabhu, are you ready?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, this session is actually recording. Can I end it?
Yeah.
you may have to join again if I end it.
Yeah, end it, and then I will be joining it again.
Because
so you can
those
do,
things will also
you
record.
can
I'll
just
end
join
it.
it again.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.